In a previous video, we explored the inevitable fusion of technology and our biology, a future where sensors seamlessly integrate with our bodies. In that world, it's possible that every heartbeat, every thought, every emotion is captured and analyzed, where a digital replica of yourself, say a digital twin, exists, constantly learning and evolving. Now, what if this digital twin of yours could predict diseases before you even feel sick, or help you optimize your performance at work and in the gym? What if it could even unlock the secrets of your own mind? I feel this isn't a far-off fantasy. It's a future closer than you might think. In fact, I'm even going to show you some early examples that already exist today. And the possibilities are exhilarating, but the choices for you may be quite daunting. What aspects of your life will you entrust to this digital twin? Where will you choose to store this very intimate data? Will it empower you, or could it be exploited? In this video, we're going to explore the key questions and choices you'll face as digital twins become a reality over the next 10 years. And let's figure out, will your digital twin be your greatest ally or your worst enemy? If you're new here, welcome to Futureflect. The world is changing really fast and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But here, we calmly reflect on the future together, empowering us to not just survive, but thrive in that world of change. So, what kind of data are we talking about? Here's a broad classification of the sort of things that could be measured about ourselves. Well, we are already living with some early version of it. There's a term that's emerged in the early 2000s known as the quantified self, and it referred to the phenomenon of self-tracking through technology. Things like our smartwatches and wearable fitness trackers, that gives us an idea for what's possible. And we seem to love them. There's projected to be 535 million smartwatches shipped in 2027, up from just 51 million in 2017, so that's a 10x over 10 years. We've also recently seen the rise of continuous glucose monitors like Zoe to help with nutrition. But the future of sensors will open up even more metrics about you. For example, more advanced biometrics, such as sensors embedded in wearables and clothing that can monitor, say, your hydration levels, electrolytes, lactate, cortisol, and other stress indicators. And there'll also be continuous and cheaper non-invasive glucose monitoring. Both Samsung and Apple are rumored to be working on earbuds that will measure sugar levels without needing to break skin. Looking further forward, implantable health sensors will be able to continuously monitor blood pressure and blood oxygen levels. There's all sorts of sensor research happening. For example, these dermal microneedle patches can be used to deliver both drugs, but also do biosensing. Advanced home kits are also in development that could monitor gut and skin microbiomes, made feasible as the cost of genetic sequencing becomes even cheaper. The options are endless. Researchers have even explored using fluorescent sensors on teeth to monitor oral bacteria. Although, I'm not sure I'd want to smile in a nightclub with those in my mouth. Essentially, we're witnessing the emergence of humans as monitored entities, much like machines. It reminds me of Rolls-Royce aircraft engines, for instance. They're equipped with a network of sensors that constantly stream performance data back to a central hub. This allows for predictive maintenance, real-time alerts, and continuous optimization. So, if we view our bodies in the same way as we view those engines, biological engines, then the rise of digital twins suggests a similar future for us, with sensors tracking our every move and AI analyzing the data, where we could be constantly monitored for health and performance, receiving personalized insights and interventions to keep us, as a biological machine, running smoothly. Now, if you think I'm being a bit far-fetched, let me show you a couple of early examples, as this is already beginning to happen. Companies like Human API are already working on creating platforms that gather your health data from various different sources, whether that's wearables, medical records, or your phone, and then using AI to provide you with personalized insights. Or take QBio. They're developing a full body scanner that can detect early signs of disease that a doctor would otherwise miss. In essence, creating a real-time 3D map of your insides. That could then be used as an input into the digital twin. I actually managed to get exclusive access to this tech and scan myself. Here's the report. So from those examples, you can begin to see how an AI-powered digital twin will be able to pull in hundreds of different data streams about you and extract real-time insights for you. And the number of applications are endless. For example, let's take mood tracking, which could use multiple data sources like your heart rate variability, skin conduction. It could use natural language processing to analyze your journal entries. There's already some apps that do that. It could also incorporate voice and facial recognition for mood detection. Companies like Mirror and Tonal are already experimenting with this. And beyond mood, more broadly, the twin could monitor your cognitive performance throughout the day, identifying when you're most focused and alert, and suggesting optimal times for deep work or creative tasks. There's also some early signals for that, with startups like Neurosity, and they're developing brain-sensing headbands to track focus and productivity. As more people have sensors, they'll also be able to understand your social dynamics, analyzing your communication patterns and relationships to help you build stronger connections and avoid misunderstanding. Apps like Crystal Knows use personality AI to analyze communication styles and provide insights on these social interactions. And we spoke about how always listening sensors like Friend AI could be an input into this. And it's not just about lifestyle. There's some really deep medical use cases. For example, algorithms are emerging that can predict with 95% accuracy if someone will visit the emergency room within the next 12 months. Think about that. Let's imagine all these data streams are available. What would the storage options be and who would have access? Now, this may be where you have some big decisions to make in future. So one option would be in the cloud, provided by, say, large tech companies or health conglomerates. There are already health-specific data storage services such as Amazon's HealthLake, and perhaps these sort of companies would then also offer the health AI or digital twin services on top. It's arguably what human API is sort of trying to do, though some may be fearful of data breaches. This infographic is super interesting. It shows the history of some recent data breaches, and you can see there's been a fair number of them in the health and personal data category. So other options may also emerge, maybe such as storing it yourself, perhaps via some form of decentralized personal data vault controlled by you as an individual. And some studies have been looking at how blockchain-based storage systems could be used for this purpose. Now, another option that may emerge are government-controlled repositories. Estonia's e-health system is an early signal of this. Their health service has been digital for 12 years, and more than 99% of the data generated by hospitals and doctors is digitized. Citizens can access their own medical records via a super secure online portal, and then choose who gets to look at those records. And regardless of where this data is stored, emerging technologies like quantum computing could offer unprecedented levels of security through quantum encryption. Irrespective of where the data is stored, it's also worth considering who else may want to access your digital twin in future. Insurance companies are one obvious example. They may start offering premium discounts for those who are connected to digital twins, rewarding healthy behaviors and doing risk management by early detection, and offering preventative treatments and reducing fraudulent claims. And you can already see early signals of this on rewards offered for those of you who engage in healthy activities tracked by wearables. Though I wonder what the insurance company would make of the rewards that I request. It's not just private companies, but governments could also use aggregated data from digital twins to track disease outbreaks, identify vulnerable populations, and allocate health resources more effectively. There are parallels already happening with cities. So Singapore has a virtual Singapore project which allows urban planners to simulate and test various scenarios like traffic flow, crowd management, and disaster response. You could imagine that same sort of context in the health world and informing health policy. Employers could also use your digital twin to proactively monitor employee health and safety in real time. Imagine a construction worker on a high-rise. Their digital twin could detect fatigue and alert their supervisor, preventing accidents. However, for each of these examples, let's acknowledge their potential risks too. Insurance companies, while incentivizing healthy behaviors, could also discriminate against those with pre-existing conditions or perceived high-risk lifestyles. Governments, in the name of public health, might cross the line into mass surveillance and control, eroding our privacy and individual freedoms. And employers, while aiming to create safer workplaces, could use digital twins to micromanage and over-monitor their employees, leading to a culture of distrust and anxiety. So, what are some signals you should keep an eye out for over the next few years to figure out whether or not this is happening? Well, I'd contend there are plenty of signals already. Firstly, look out for breakthroughs in miniaturization, accuracy, and affordability of sensors, ones that can measure a wide range of biometrics or environmental factors. Those will be crucial for gathering the diverse datasets needed to power your human digital twins. Also, keep a lookout for growing demand for hyper-personalized experiences. And it needn't even be in healthcare. The education and entertainment markets may be where we also see some innovation, for example, AI-powered tutors. As we get used to things that understand us uniquely at the unit level of the individual, then you may start to expect it in every aspect of your life, including health. Finally, start to listen out for more services that build themselves as digital twin platforms or services. In fact, no matter what they call themselves, you'll know how to recognize one when you see it. Look for anything that's pulling in data streams about you and looking to reconstruct a virtual version of you. Well, that's been quite a ride, but let's get back to the central question. Your digital twin, friend or foe? Well, as always on Futureflect, I encourage you to form your own point of view. But here's my perspective. The ancient wisdom of know thyself has always led to empowerment and self-improvement. And we're on the brink of knowing ourselves in unprecedented ways, transforming subjective experiences into objective measurable data. And this shift from the subjective to the objective is incredibly powerful, but it also opens up a Pandora's box of complexities. As long as you're measuring against your own baseline, it's empowering. But what happens when your metrics are compared to others, or used by insurance companies, or employers, or even governments? Even with the best intentions, these scenarios blur boundaries and raise questions about consent and control. Consider the employer-employee relationship. Can it truly be consensual if one party has access to intimate details of the other's digital twins? And what about identity? Social media gave us the illusion of control over our digital selves. We could curate the perfect image, hiding our flaws and insecurities. But in a world of digital twins, our authentic selves might be laid bare, forcing us to confront new questions about self-presentation and societal expectations. So I'd say your digital twin would be a friend, but a friend with whom you'd probably want to set boundaries with really early on. Yeah, I am indeed proposing to friend zone my digital twin, and if my therapist is watching, don't get on my back. This is not avoidant behavior. On a more serious note, I am inclined to delve deeper into learning about some data sharing frameworks that could help us make more confident decisions about what data to share and with whom. If you find that valuable, let me know and I'll create a video exploring those ideas further. So, will your digital twin be a friend or a foe? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you ready to embrace the power of your digital twin, or are you concerned about the potential risks? And let's have a conversation in the comments about the boundaries and the choices and the implications of this brave new world. Thanks for watching Futureflect, and as always, remember to stay curious to stay ahead.